Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I have week 9 of my project life, and I'm going to be kind of using an array of things for this spread. I'm using some of the cards from the Ellie Studio February kit. I'm also using some of the die cuts from that kit and a previous kit from Ellie Studio, and I'm going to be bringing in some cards that I created from my stash. So right now that is what I'm doing. I'm pulling out cards that I created a stash kit with. I believe these specific ones that I'm using are from an older collection from a couple years ago that I picked up at Joann's. I honestly can't remember the name of it. But I cut it down. I didn't have like a whole lot. I didn't have any of the embellishments, only had the paper. And so I cut them down into 4x6 and 3x4 cards. And I just created a little mini kit. And a lot of these colors went well with some of the February kit, so I decided to kind of incorporate those together and show you that if you do have a kit, you can still incorporate your stash with the kit. So right now I'm just working on getting the cards that I want to use. This is going to be a pretty vibrant page, which makes me super happy. Again, I'm looking for another card here to be my title card. This one is quite busy because it's got all of the colorful flowers on it, and it's a really beautiful card, and I end up using it. However, I probably should have went with maybe the stripe, the rainbow stripe, as my card, my title card, I guess, but it's okay. So this week, week 9, I have some different pictures. I do have 2 pictures that I left out that I'm going to be documenting on a 12x12 layout from a little lunch picnic that Emily and I had on one of the really nice days. I think it got up to like 70 degrees, and so we ate lunch outside on the deck. And Maggie joined us, so we had pizza outside. I made little homemade pizzas for lunch, and we ate them outside, and it was nice. So that video may be on YouTube, might be on Patreon, I'm not sure. I haven't made it yet, so I haven't decided where I'm going to put it yet. So I have some like really old Elle Studio products that I purchased a couple years ago. So I'm incorporating those in this spread as well. And I actually end up breaking down all of these die cuts and just putting them together, because a lot of the Elle Studio die cuts are very, I don't want to say generic, but they are. They really go with so many things, because a lot of them are labels. They're not like a specific theme, if that makes sense. So they really can work with pretty much anything that you're scrapbooking. And so I kind of am going to, after this video, I already did it, but I break those down and put them all together. So all of the die cuts that I've got from them, I'm just going to put them together. And a lot of them actually work well together color-wise too. So here is the beginning of my little title card. It just says week 9, and I use a little die cut from Ellie Studio that says good things are ahead, and it is white, and so it was going on top of that white label, so I ended up using some of my gray ink to kind of just do some inking around the edges to make it pop off the page. And I'm going to use this little banner. This is from Pretty Little Studio. Their die cuts, these specific die cuts are kind of like Ellie Studio, where they're like punch outs. And they're the perfect size for project life. So I decided to use that one because it was an October like freebie that I got from another order. So there's lots of oranges, but I have a lot of orange on this page because I'm using all of the colors for this page. So I decided to bring that orange back in there as well. So this specific card has 3 photos printed on one 4x6. So last week I talked about how I am doing that now. I think it's a great way to get more photos on your layout or on your spread, and still be able to have more photos in other places. So if you're like me and you take a lot of photos, this is a really great thing. So I just use my print to size app to put all of those on there. And then the one in the middle is just our little challenge. So Greg and I's anniversary was February 28th. We've been married 12 years. And so instead of getting each other like a specific gift or something, we're not really specific gift people. Like usually we ask for something if we want something. Hey, we say this is what I would like for our anniversary, but neither one of us really had anything that we wanted or needed. So we decided to do the Target date challenge, which is all over TikTok. It was all over TikTok last year, so we're late to the party, but we did that for our anniversary. So we had a list, and the list was favorite snack, favorite drink, something that reminds you of them, something they need, something they would want, something for the house, something cozy, and something to do together. And so we each had this list, and we had to get the things on the list for the other person. So we went our separate ways in Target, and then we met back up at the car. And when we got home, we exchanged the gifts. So we would say, okay, favorite snack, and then we would exchange. And then we'd say favorite drink, and then we'd exchange. And it was a lot of fun. It was just something unique and something different that we had never done before. And so if y'all are interested in doing that, I can give you the little thing, but definitely if you're interested, it's all over TikTok and all over YouTube as well now. So you can just type in Target Date Night Challenge, and it'll pop up if you are interested. It's pretty fun. So you could do it with friends too. If you don't have like a significant other, you definitely could do it with friends as well. So I think it would be fun. So anyways, moving on, we have a Starbucks card, and I just used the title happy, and big smiles and a little rainbow because coffee makes me happy and I love it. That's no news to anyone. If you know me, you know I love coffee. It's my fave. So yeah, now this card is Maggie and Emily getting some cuddles on the couch. Nothing too extravagant, nothing too special, just cute. And the little words that I used says, what's happening, and then cuddle, because Maggie looks like, oh my gosh, what's happening right now? Because Emily is like just holding her and squeezing her. So I used an L Studio die cut here at the bottom left hand side, and I'm just going to put the date there with my roller date stamp, and then it's hanging off the side just a little bit, so I'm just going to trim off that little piece there. And now I'm going to move on to this card. It's a picture of a smoothie that I made. Emily and I have been loving smoothies, and this specific smoothie was frozen pineapple, frozen black cherries, frozen spinach, vanilla almond milk, and pineapple juice, and a little squeeze of honey. And they just have been so yummy. We've really been enjoying them. So I took a little picture of one of the smoothies that I had that week. And that's the flavor that we were doing that week, or the flavors, the kind of smoothie. I don't know. That's the kind that we were doing that specific week. And we've just been trying out different ones. So you may see throughout the weeks different smoothies in the pictures. I got a new blender, I think, for my birthday last year, which was October, and we've just been really enjoying it. I made like a banana kind of ice cream in it. I've made lots of smoothies, and it's been nice. So again, I'm using a lot of L Studio die cuts, and a lot of these are actually from previous kit. And so it's just going to say good. And then I have one that says love always at the top, and then a little die cut that says this was so good. And I'm going to use a sticker underneath that, and it says happy hour, because I mean, every once in a while I have a cocktail or like, a cider, an Angry Orchard cider. They're my favorite. But for the most part, I don't really I don't like drink every day or even every week. So I thought that I could use that for the smoothie. Next up, we have Japanese curry. Um, Kutsu curry, I think is what it's called, to be specific. Greg used to get this when he lived in Japan. And so since he's been home from Japan, which was many, many years ago when we were dating, we learned how to make this. It's not super authentic, but we try our best with what we have. And he makes the sticky rice, and I make the chicken and then the curry sauce. And then so we cook together in the kitchen to do this. And it's just something that we like to do together every once in a while. I don't know. We make it once every couple months. It's definitely a special meal because it does take a lot of time to create. But it's so yummy and so good. And yeah, so I'm using these puffy alphas from Pink Fresh. They're older. I've had them in my stash for a while. I wish I would have used probably the aqua color. I think the aqua color would have stood out a little bit better, but I ended up going with the like muted purple, and it just says curry yum. Nothing special, but I decided to go around the plate because I saw somebody else do that in a video. I can't remember when, but the plate was in my lap. And because we're bad and we eat in the living room a lot of the time, unless we have like people over, which COVID, we haven't had people over in like a year. But yeah, so I just took a picture kind of looking up or looking over top of the food, and then I got to do the around the plate kind of title. This little sticker or die cut actually says, "This is important." We love our curry. And then I'm going to use a die cut that says, "You are golden." I thought it was funny because that's the kind of curry that we use. It's a golden curry. So it was kind of just a play on that. And that's kind of why I wanted to use that. And then I'm going to do like a little outline around this card, which I am terrible at, y'all. People make it look so easy when they do the outline. Mine, I thought, looked terrible. But I guess practice makes perfect, and maybe I'll just keep trying because I really think that that made that card pop because it is just white. There's not any color. And so I think that that outline really helped. So I'll try it again, maybe, and maybe I'll get better at it the more I do it, right? Yeah. So now I am going to stamp the date on the Target date night because I forgot. And that was our anniversary. So definitely wanted that date on there. And then I'm putting the date on this card as well. What helps me remember the dates is I just put the date on the back of the photo before I start the video, before I start recording. So I did a little bit of journaling, and I am going to do some journaling on these cards, but I'm going to do it off camera. Just so y'all know, if you want to see the full picture of everything with it journaled, check out my Instagram at Heather's Crafty Life. I'm going to do a little close-up of each card here in just a second, and then that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. What is your favorite smoothie recipe? I would love to know. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to spread love and be kind. Have an amazing day. Bye, guys.